Hello and welcome. You're watching Business Today TV. I'm Sakshi Batra and this is Market Today, a show where we'll help you understand all the latest cues from the D Street, starting from the benchmark index moves to the sectoral action and all the stocks that are buzzing the most in trade. We'll also get you expert voices as to where should you be keeping your focus, the stocks that should be on your radar as well. But first up, a quick check on how the markets are doing at this point in time. Well, the markets have been flattish and they have been in this very narrow range of trade over the last 2 or 3 odd trading sessions. Even today, just about 12 points higher for the Nifty. It's trading at 18,326. The Sensex now up above that 62,000 mark at 64 points of an uptake, about 0.1% higher in trade. But we'll be able to sustain the 62,000 level towards the end of the session also is the big question right now. But which are the stocks that are really supporting this momentum on the upside? As far as the top Nifty 50 gainers are concerned, you do have the Adani Group stocks really rallying in trade. Adani Enterprises as the top gainer, 5% higher today. Adani Ports up by 2.5%. HUL, another stock that's up by 1.5% or so as well. Apart from this, you also have some of the other stocks that are from the other sectors too, like NTPC, HCL Technologies, IndusInd Bank, so which has been continuing its upward run for the last 3 or 4 odd trading sessions too. We have Axis Bank, UPL also up in trade as well. In terms of the sectoral indices and the action right there, you do have most of the sectors of the Nifty up in the green. Of course, led by the momentum in Nifty Bank, that's higher by about 0.5%. And of course, financial services and the private banks and even PSU banks have turned the tide today. They're up by 0.5% odd. Remember, last 2 or 3 trading sessions, we've been witnessing some selling pressure on PSU banks, but that's also come in higher. And perhaps that's the reason why the markets are stabilizing above that 62,000 mark as far as the Sensex is also concerned. Now, when you talk about the other sectors like the realty pack, the IT pack, all of them are showing some momentum, 0.5% higher in trade. FMCG stocks also up in trade. So barring the pharma index, that's in fact lower today, about almost 1% down in trade. And absolutely flat with the negative bias session as far as the metals are concerned. Rest of the sectors are actually up in the happy green zone as well. But time now to welcome our guest on the show. Mr. Rajesh Palbia joins in from Axis Securities. He's the Senior Vice President of Technicals Derivatives Research. Welcome, Rajesh, and thank you so much for taking the time out. Well, your own thoughts on how are you really looking at the market momentum currently? We've been taking a pause after that upward run that we really saw till last week. But what comes next?
Dr. Sakshi. So overall, if we analyze the traction for market, it's in bullish territory. Both indices are looking very attractive. And looking at the Nifty data setup, Nifty managed to cross its 18,300 call concentration area. So we believe as today we have weekly option expiry. So if it continues to hold above 18,300 for this first part of the day, then possibly we may expect a short covering action in second half of the today's session also. If Nifty closes above 18,300, then possibly next target for Nifty could be around 18,450 to 18,500 because
Okay.
now 18,500 is having the next call concentration area. So Nifty will attempt to move around those level in continuation of this uptrend. So one should use any kind of minor dip as a buying opportunity. Your stop losses should be at around 18,200. Till these levels are intact, one should remain on the buying side of the market. Even if we analyze the Bank Nifty setup, also Bank Nifty has attempting to give breakout of its 43,500 to call concentration area in today's session, and almost we are trading around those levels. So in today's session, it's going to be very interesting that if we crosses those level with a volume action, then we can expect a short covering in Bank Nifty also, and then possibly the immediate target we can expect around 43,800 in the near term basis. So overall texture for both the indices are in bullish territory. Buy on dip should be your strategy. For Bank Nifty now stop losses is at around 43,000, which is the major concentration area. So we are holding our bullish view till Bank Nifty is holding above 43,000 level.
Got that. Okay. Another pocket that has been buzzing, just like how I was pointing out as far as the top Nifty 50 gainers are concerned, most of the stocks are also coming into this pack from the Adani Group as well. After a long haul, we are seeing some sharp momentum on some of the stocks, especially Adani Enterprises. That's up by almost over 5% in today's trade as well. And following it are all the other stocks as well. In fact, all the 10 stocks listed on the exchanges from the Adani basket are up in the green today. Of course, led by Adani Enterprises. There is several news flows that are actually perhaps leading to this momentum on the upside. Adani Ports is up, Adani Wilmar, Total Gas, all of them are up in trade as well. But I wanted to understand from you, Rajesh, what are you picking up, in this current momentum? Is this something that one should definitely keep in their radar as well?
So nowadays, what is happening in Adani stocks, whenever some news flow is coming to this group, then some buying interest is happening in the stock. But it's still, looking at the overall setup for most of the Adani group stocks are still in the bearish zone. But yes, most of the stocks are trying to recover from their recent low, which we have seen a couple of months back. Looking at the overall setup for Adani Enterprise, we believe that some recovery is taking place, and now after consolidation of almost 5-6 weeks, now stock is giving breakout of its consolidation range on the weekly as well as on the daily chart. In today's session, we have seen a significant open interest long built up has been there. Almost 10% kind of open interest has been added on the derivative side for Adani Enterprises. So looking at the near term, short term setup, we expect some more upside momentum we can see in Adani Enterprise. Possible near term target could be around 2060, 2080. That could be the immediate target. So those who are already bought stock at lower price or buying at the current level also, they should keep stop loss of 1950. Upside target is 2060, 2080 in this continuation of this pullback which we are seeing in the stock. If we analyze the Adani port, stock is moving in upsloping channel on the daily chart. So, and in today's move, stock has managed to give breakout of its upper range of this upsloping channel. So, looking at the technical setup, we believe that Adani port, if it continues to hold above 700 mark, then possibly this stock can continue furthermore upside towards 740, 750 zone, which is the next hurdle for the stock on the high side. So one can hold a position on Adani Port also, as the near-term setup looks to be bullish. Today's session is also indicating that some long build-up is happening. So one can keep stop loss of 685 to hold Adani Port also. These two stocks are looking attractive in Adani Group. Rest other stocks are still struggling to give any substantial breakout on the near-term setup. And most of the other stocks like Adani Total Gas, Transmission, even Adani Wilmar, these all stocks are still consolidating in a very tight range. Even if we analyze the weekly as well as on the daily setup, but yes, some traction is visible on Adani Power. Uh, this is the third stock where we feel that some more positive momentum can continue, as Adani Power is showing strength on the near-term chart, and looking at the chart structure, we believe 255, 260 could be the near-term target for Adani Power.
Okay.
So this stock one can buy with stop loss of 226.
Okay, so few stocks that are on top radar and that could be on your focus list as well, as far as the Adani Group stocks are concerned. But leading to this momentum for all our wider audiences, what is really, pushing the stocks higher today? Two or three pieces of news flows. One on the Adani Enterprises bit. Why are you seeing this sharp surge of 5% is also because the company has announced that the board will be holding a meeting on May 13th to approve the proposal of raising of funds. Now, this comes months after the company also withdrew the 20,000 crore rupees follow-on public offer in February amidst the Hindenburg row, which wiped out more than $140 billion from the valuations of the group stocks as well. Apart from this, we've also seen some statements now coming in as far as the Mauritius government is concerned. Mauritius Financial Services Minister has refuted the allegations that were labeled by Hindenburg research report about the shell companies operating in the island nation as well. Of course, this comes right ahead of the hearing from the Supreme Court as well, which will be taking up the matter, and also hearing the kind of information that SEBI has passed on and its plea for a 6 months extension in the timelines for the probe of allegations against the Adani Group as well. So three pieces of news flows that are actually leading to this momentum, two of them perhaps leading to a positive sentiment booster as well. But then moving on from the Adani Group pack as well, in this current market, you did say that, it's a market that one can really look to buy on dips as well. Which are the particular sectors that are actually coming on top of your focus list, and where you believe that in this next leg of the rally, the markets could actually push up a few sectors or stocks?
So definitely. So FMCG is one sector we feel that this sector has done well in the recent past, and looking at the overall structure and the stock behavior of from this sector, we believe that furthermore upside we can expect in FMCG. So FMCG is one sector where one can remain on the long side, and most of the stocks like Britannia, Hind Unilever, Asian Paint, Bata India, these all stocks are showing good buying interest, and we believe one can go long in these stocks. And FMCG is first sector where we are expecting furthermore upside. We can expect of another 3 to 5% in the FMCG index. So our top bet from this sector is Asian Paint, uh, then Hindustan Unilever, and then one can look at Tata Consumer also. These three stocks are looking very attractive based on the technical setup, and furthermore upside we can expect in near term basis. Another sector which we like, that is real estate space. Real estate space has done well in recent past, and most of the real estate stocks have moved up in a last couple of weeks. So from that space, we believe that DLF could be one stock where one can focus. And looking at the setup, we believe that DLF can extend its upward momentum towards 460, 475 zone. So one can buy DLF also. Overall, Realty has given a breakout in today's session.
Mm-hmm.
So this stock is expected to further higher towards 1020, 1040. So overall, Realty is another stock where we feel that furthermore upside momentum can continue. Banking is clearly in uptrend, and we believe that from banking, ICICI Bank, Kotak Bank, and HDFC Bank, these three banks are looking attractive, and one
Okay.
can remain long in these three stocks. So FMCG, real estate, and banking, these three sectors are looking attractive, and one can remain bullish on this pack, and we can expect furthermore 3 to 5% kind of up move in continuation of this uptrend.
Got that. Another stock that I actually wanted your take on is L&T. Now, the shares have slipped today as, current chairman AM Nayak has stepped down, and he will now be chairman emeritus after 58 years. He's stepping down, and therefore we are seeing some sentiment being taken off the table for sure. But L&T, I believe, has been one of the top picks from most of the analysts who've been bullish on the capital goods theme as well. As a poster boy from the capital goods space, is this a concern that investors should have, or will things continue to move in the positive direction as they have moved under the guidance of Mr. AM Nayak?
See, LIT is clearly in uptrend, and yes, some profit taking is happening in today's session, as the stock has already run up quite well in last couple of months. So looking at the overall setup, there is no as such a worry in terms of price action which we are seeing in today's session. Still, this stock is holding above 50-day, 100-day moving average, so there is no as such. Rather, I'll suggest this dip is a buying opportunity. Those who are waiting for this kind of corrective move, it's an opportunity to buy again this stock in this decline. 21 90 2200 is the immediate support area for the stock. So we believe that if the stocks comes around those levels, near to those levels, one can keep the stop loss of 2130. And looking at the overall setup, we believe that this
Sure.
is once the stock crosses about 2340, 2350 level, then this stock can continue its upward trend, and possibly 2500 to 2600 could be the next target on the positional basis.
All right, positional basis 2500 to 2600 kind of targets can be achieved on L&T, and these dips could be used as an opportunity to buy into the stock as well. Thank you so much, Rajesh, for being with us on the show and discussing with us all these various sectors and stocks where opportunities exist for investors in the current market setup as well. If you look at the benchmark indices, they are actually slipping below the flat line now with a negative bias. 18308 still maintaining on the Nifty, although down by 6 odd points. The Sensex has now slipped below the 62,000 level, just about 11 points of a cut. So the market still remain very, very volatile at this point. But all eyes will be on the last 2.5 hours of trade, and especially that 3 p.m. move that we've been witnessing for some days as well, where the turn of the tide really takes place. Will that happen even in today's trading session is something that we will keep an eye out on. And you can track all the market momentum with us on Business Today TV. So don't forget to subscribe to this channel and also continue to engage with us on our other social media platforms as well. Until then, thanks for tuning in.